our subscribers, Ashley, requested a video. If you guys have a video you'd like me to do, if it's within my power, I will do it. So Ashley would like to know, how do you clean a canister filter? I didn't have money for another sump, and I'm not going to get another protein skimmer. Funds are kind of limited. So I went around and I found a killer deal on a canister filter by Marineland. For those of you who don't know, this is a canister filter, and they call it that because looks like a canister, and it's got stuff in it to filter out all the fish, food, and waste. Ashley was telling me that when she got her canister filter, that the fish store told her, oh, you know what? You can clean it every 3 months, that's fine. Holy crap, 3 months? Are you nuts? Idiots who work in the REEF stores. A lot of them don't know what they're talking about. I realize that this is a hobby where you kind of have to become a little, marine biologist and all that. But the basic crap that you should kind of know, that you should know, especially if you're selling fish to people, every 3 months. Look, I'm going to clean this out right now for you, and you're going to see all the crap that collects in the canister filters. In a week's time, your water is constantly filtering through that stuff, through the broken down sludge and crap. It's going back into your water. They're swimming in a sewer. Not cool. So 3 months, oh my god, bad. You should rinse your media, your filtration media, out in RODI water, which is water that is filtered through an RODI unit, or you could use baby drinking water. It's totally pure. I have an RODI unit that you can see in my other videos. I show you how to make salt water at home. What you can also do is filter out some of the water into a bucket when you do a water change from your aquarium, and then squeeze the sponges from your canister filter out in that. Get all the crap out of there. Just wring out the sponges, put them back in your canister filter. You want to rinse your filtration in the same water that is being used in your aquarium, because you want to keep what bacteria there is in the water in the sponges. A lot of people starting out in the hobby think, I'm going to rinse the canister filter and all its contents, the sponges and everything, I'm going to rinse it under the faucet. And I'm going to get all the stuff out. The fish are really going to appreciate this. I'm going to rinse out all the bad things and all the germs and all the bacteria. Bacteria, we got to get rid of that. The fish are going to love this. And what happens is you kill off all the bacteria, which is beneficial. The bacteria is good. You want that because that's going to break down the bad stuff in your tank, right? So by washing out all that stuff, you're actually causing the fish harm, and then the fish will die. This is also true for freshwater aquariums. Here's the canister filter underneath my 75-gallon aquarium. It does not need to be put in a sump or anything like that. If you wanted to be extra safe for leaks, although these things are pretty much leak-proof, you can always put it in like an empty bucket. Although if it does leak and you have a hose that gets gashed, a 5-gallon bucket isn't going to save it because the water is going to keep pumping into it. It's got a water lock, so whether it's plugged into electrical outlet or not, you're going to lift this tab, you're going to twist, and that kind of shuts off the water from pumping through the hoses. You're going to just pull this out like so, and then you're good to go. You're going to take it out from underneath the aquarium, unplug it from the wall first, of course. Now we have it in the sink. What we're going to do next is unlatch the two latches in the front, in the back, and then in the sides, or the sides first, it doesn't really matter. You're going to take the lid off, all right? And you're going to see that there's separate chambers here. The first chamber contains the bio balls, which you have media in there that the bacteria are going to collect on. I always like to just put that off to the side. I don't want to rinse it because I want to keep whatever bacteria is on those balls. Man, that was really difficult for me to say. I didn't want to say that line, but I had to. There's also like a thin foam cloth that's going to help to purify or polish the water The last fine amounts of sediment are going to get caught in there. We're going to rinse that out really well. As you can see, there's so much crap and garbage coming out of here. I don't mind touching this. Some of you guys might want to put gloves on. I don't really care. I'll just wash my hands a couple of times really well after it. The next chamber is empty, and that's where you're going to put your carbon bags. This canister filter comes with carbon. You can always buy carbon. It looks like charcoal. The next chamber is where you have your 2 foam blocks. It's pretty coarse, like sponges. This is where all the food and fish crap is going to be trapped. As you can see, there's a lot of it as I squeeze it out.
That's what she said. I'm here all week. Tip your waitresses.
Where I live, the water is filtered incredibly well, and I've got a report. I went to the website for the village that we live in. Incredibly low metals in the water, such as copper and iron and all that good stuff, and chlorine. So, but even the very smallest amount of these elements will cause harm to your corals and your fish over time. Being that this is just a quarantine tank, I'm not too concerned about it, especially because all the elements register incredibly low and our water is awesome. If you have a lot of rust in your water, or it's well water, I wouldn't recommend rinsing off your media to clean it out this way. Filter it first with an RODI unit, or get some fresh water filtered from your REEF store, or just do what I used to do, go to the local grocery store and buy some 10 gallons of baby water. 2 gallons should be enough, 3, whatever, put them in a bucket, rinse out the media. Now that it's clean, no soap of course, no soap, just water, you're going to put everything back, close it on up, then you're going to latch it back, push the hoses down, lock the lid, power it on, and you are good to go. Alright, so that's that. You guys have to do this once a week with your canister filters. If you want to do it more than once a week, that's even better. The cleaner the water, the happier the fish. Hope you enjoyed that. I know a lot of you guys are against canister filters. Fine, most of you guys are open-minded. I really like them. This is my first one I'm using for my quarantine tank. That's why you need to clean them. That's how you clean them. Cleaning, they'll vary, but they pretty much look like that. There's your video, Ashley. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And hey, thank you so much for subscribing, you guys. I love you all. Girls more than the guys, obviously. And I really enjoy reading your comments. Thank you for liking the channel. If you like this, check out my other videos. Subscribe below. If people have questions, please help them out. A lot of you are starting to do that. I appreciate that. You're helping each other out. That's what this is about. Feel free to visit our website, roddertube.com. I like to post in the blog section little thoughts and things that I'm doing. I also started my podcast again. It's called RANT. I just rant about stuff, sometimes fish, sometimes music, sometimes movies. It's great. It's funny. They're average of 9 minutes to 20 minutes in length. It's great. Anyway, more on that later. It's on iTunes, the podcast. It's free. A podcast is a free radio show. Just go to iTunes, do a search for RANT. You'll find it. There's also links below in the description of this video. So thanks, guys. Like it, the channel, and subscribe. And I'll see you next Saturday.